Hey, it's Chris Fuller at Pioneer RESA. So I've got 3 tips in one today. We're going to combine some new features in Canva and in Notebook LM to create some really interesting and engaging multimodal resources for your students. So I've gone ahead and fed in an entire unit into Notebook LM. So we're looking at colonization of Georgia. And specifically, we're going to look at the economics behind the colonization. So I had Notebook LM create a short audio brief that focuses on the production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services and how that influenced the colonization of Georgia. So I've got my audio overview, so easy, we got that done. But I wanted to show you we can do the same thing with an infographic. And so I'm going to head over to infographics right here, and you now get to choose your visual style. So I've been building Legos lately with my son, and so let's choose the bricks right there. I'm going to grab my prompt, drop it in right here. And so again, you can pick your orientation. I'm going to keep it landscape because this is about to go into a slide deck. And then you can pick whatever kind of theme and visual style that you want. And then also your level of detail. I'm going to keep it standard right there in the middle and hit generate. So I went ahead and generated a couple examples for us. So we've got one right here that looks really good, kind of like a hand-drawn kind of example. This one right here, I believe, was like the professional template. I don't like it. There's not enough visuals for my 8th graders. And then this one right here, I think it looks good as well. So we're going to go ahead and click our 3 dots and hit download. So now that it's downloaded as a PNG, we're going to head over to Canva because we're going to use another new feature over here. We're going to click Magic Layers, and we're going to upload the PNG infographic that we just created in Notebook LM. And we're going to do this because there's some spelling errors that we need to fix. So I just don't want to push this out. That's not a good look for me to have a bunch of spelling errors in there. It doesn't inspire confidence for my students or anyone using the resource. So our media is in there. Let's go ahead and select that. So now Canva is using AI to pick apart each layer of this image. So think about it. It's making every image you see into a sticker that you can move, you can delete, and you can change. So this is great for fixing all of those spelling errors. Let's go ahead and zoom in so you can get a better look. Hey, it actually fixed it for me. So let me pop open that image over here. And you can see, not only is it sharper that we zoom in because now we're using an actual font, but it went ahead and said, hey, I'm going to fix that spelling for you. We had another spelling error in there. Instead of rice, it had the word rise with a Z also. So we can see that Canva went ahead and cleaned that up for us as well. What I did lose is some detail and some just alignment. So I'm going to fix that real quick. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I went in and I compared my infographic straight from Notebook LM. Canva lost some of the text boxes and misaligned some things. So I went ahead and fixed that. But again, this was so much quicker than trying to do this through prompting because it was just simple 1-letter, 2-letter mistakes and quick alignment and justification that I can do myself. But what this did is now everything is movable in here. And so now I'm going to use another AI feature in Canva called image to video. So I just want to add some subtle movement in the little pieces of this infographic. They're going to draw students in and keep them engaged to the content. So let's select the ships right here and go to edit. And then under Magic Studio, you're going to go all the way over. You've maybe never been that far before, but image to video. I'm going to leave it on smart and just let it do its thing. You can do a custom prompt. Just tell it small, subtle, non-distracting movements. Or you could say, just have the ships bob in the water. There we go. That's pretty cool. I'm going to add it to my design. So I'm going to do this a couple times, and then I'll check back in with you when it's done. So now we've animated a couple parts of our infographic just with the click of a button. So this is still kind of a new feature, so it doesn't work on every image type, but you just need one or two things to keep moving on the screen to continue to engage those students as they move through the infographic. So step 2, we're going to grab that audio overview from Notebook LM. So I went ahead and hit my 3 dots in Notebook LM and downloaded that audio. It's an M4A, so we're going to need to convert it to an MP3. That'll be a different video. But then we'll be able to drop it in, and students can look at our infographic and listen to the audio overview, so they can kind of interact with it that way. So here's how that worked for me. I took my infographic, I went to share, download, grabbed it as an MP4, so that's a video file, and then I went and opened up a new project as a video right here, and I just duplicated that imported MP4 over and over and over and over and over again until my entire audio file was there. And now here's what it sounds like.
This is the brief on the economic founding of colonial Georgia. You know, you might think European migration was just about
that's cool. We can take it one step further. So let's download it again. Let's go to share, download. We want it as an MP4 and 1080 is just fine. Hit download. And now open one more video in Canva and meet me back right here when your video downloads. Great, the video started to download. It'll be done in a second. So we're creating a brand new empty 1080 landscape video. That's because that's the shape of our infographic. And so we're gonna go ahead and spin that up here in Canva. And now that our download is done, we'll go ahead and drag and drop that on there. Now the audio is baked in. That means it's all part of the video, and that's what we have to do to get this next feature to work. All right, so we've got our infographic right here, and it's going to play through with a little bit of animation and our audio. But now we're going to go to text, go down to captions, and hit generate captions. So now somebody could listen to it that's hard of hearing and still have access to the content. Students could listen to it on mute if they prefer to read the captions. And as soon as the little blue bar is done, there we go. That was quick for our 2-minute video. Now we have captions that play across the bottom of the video.
This is the brief on the economic founding of colonial Georgia. You know, you might think European migration was just about giving the poor a fresh start.
So I already know one thing I want to do. I want to move it up so it is not covering up any of the text. I'm going to put it just dead center there. You may decide, hey, Chris, I don't want my infographic to block it. So let's just make the infographic smaller and drop it right here in the bottom. And so then they'll play through underneath infographics. So you've got a couple different options here. So again, I could hit share and go ahead and change that to anyone with the link can view and share it with students that way. I could download it as a video and drop it onto YouTube and embed it that way into Google Classroom. So this is why we want to learn multiple tools, because then they can interact together to give us a better product in the end. So we created an infographic and an audio overview in Notebook LM with the content that we already used to teach our students. Then we took that infographic into Canva and we animated a couple of the components in that to visually draw and engage our students in and keep them engaged. Then we took that audio overview and threw it in on that infographic and made our very own customized to the content that we teach, because that's what we put in Notebook LM, our very own customized multimodal resource for our students to use.